something in your face I can't ignore. Brings me back to where I was before. Nothing much is left for me to do.
Noisy dogs are actually a...
Council matter.
Council matter, Mr. Mackey.
Stop the galley.
It doesn't mean you can't
This is like
drive
a
it in
bank
the
queue.
meantime.
How much longer?
Yeah, can I help you, sir?
I'm trying to do the right thing, but
As I
nobody
said,
seems
noisy
interested.
dogs are
Sergeant. Hey, Sarge.
Just excuse me 1 second.
This roster's an absolute mess. You've got me down for an afternoon shift. I'm due for a day off.
Yeah, well, can't be smart.
No, I've made plans. I can't just keep changing my plans. What this station needs is a bit of organisation.
Right, who reported the shot's been fired in the state
I don't know, I
forest?
just got here with that guy.
Is wrong with our tea kitty. $30 a fortnight, there are no Tim Tams or instant coffee.
What about that thing?
I prefer coffee, you don't need a uni degree to make.
Mount Thomas Police Sergeant Gallagher speaking.
Just check
What
it
kind
for
of
you.
disturbance?
Hang on 1 second.
Can I have your name, sir?
Sarge.
Just hold on 1 second.
A guy needs an affidavit signed. Are you going to be here this morning?
Yeah, I should be, Joe. Domestic, Hartley Street. Take Jones with you.
I did the last one. It's
all right,
Ben
we'll give you
Stern.
Domestics, I'm not doing domestic. I hate them.
Come all the time. That's not...
Yeah, all right, that's enough. I'll go. Hayley.
Sergeant Gallagher, what do you want?
What are you doing here?
I live here. I'm not in trouble, am I?
Not as far as I know. Where's your mother, Hayley?
Got herself locked up. Only Fran's looking after us now.
Well, how do you like being here?
Better than the rat holes we used to live in.
Can I help you? We had a call that there was some sort of disturbance at this address. What sort of disturbance? Raised voices, shouting. Are you sure you've got the right address? Quite sure.
Hey, Haley, wanna play Tomb Raider? Later.
G'day, Darian.
Hello.
How you going?
Okay.
Is there anyone else in the house?
Only my husband, Richie. He's out in his workshop.
Well, we'd like to speak to him.
Sure.
Well, I hope we can sort out this, what do you call it? False alarm?
There's been no disturbance.
Someone's been having you on.
All right, sorry to trouble you.
So you're fostering Hayley and Darian?
Tina tried to rip off Social Security. Lane in St David's prison.
DHS thought it was a good idea if we took care of the kids. It's worked out pretty good.
Yeah, Franny loves having them around.
All right. Well, as long as everything's okay.
We have no problem, do we, Richie?
Gotta be kidding.
Okay, so what was all that about?
I'm not sure. They're obviously bending over backwards to play happy families for us.
So you know Hayley?
Yeah, I've had dealings with her in the past. I hope she's all right.
Well, everything seems sweetness and light with Richie and Fran.
Yeah, Hayley's had a pretty rough trot. Her family's a mess. Deserves a break. I just hope she hasn't ended up with adults who are going to let her down again.
Hey, the Bennetts seem okay.
Are you all right?
Oh, perfectly. Look, I just want you to know Teddy isn't noisy.
Teddy?
And my dog. I know there have been complaints.
Sorry.
Oh, Dorothy Roberts, number 47. Look, the dog gets a bit worked up sometimes. But if certain people would just leave him alone...
Miss Roberts, that's not why we're here.
Ah.
I want something done about that yapping little mongrel.
Yeah, well, here's the sergeant now. This is Mr. Mackey.
Ah, Mr. Mackey. We met at last.
Now, that damn dog just keeps barking all night and all day. It never lets up, does it, Brianna?
No, Dad.
So when am I going to get some action? How many calls do I have to make?
As I think Constable Parrish here already explained to you over the phone, this is the sort of complaint you want to take up with a council bylaws officer. Now, I can put you in touch with the right person.
There was some seat warm at St David's, but I haven't got time to drive over there, so that's why I've come to see you.
Well, there's really no point.
Buck passing, are you? They teach you that, do they?
No, I'm just following correct procedure.
Mutt's even worse than the banshee next door. At least the Bennetts give it a rest sometimes.
Sir, how many times do you want to hear that the appropriate authority to discuss this with...
Is that Fran and Richie Bennett?
Yeah, that's right. They're always at each other.
Why don't you come through? Have a bit more of a chat about your complaint.
I work at home, or at least I try to, but no one can work with that thing yapping all the time.
Do you hear the dog too, Brianna?
Yes. And yes, it's annoying. And yes, I wish it'd stop just to shut Dad up.
Mr. Mackey, did you report a domestic disturbance at the Bennetts earlier today?
Yes.
Why didn't you give your name?
I don't want to get a reputation for complaining.
Really?
It sounded serious. They've been arguing a lot lately.
What was it about?
I don't know. I don't eavesdrop.
But
all I hear is raised voices when his machinery's not making a racket.
it sounded more serious today?
Yes, louder.
Would it be safe to say you don't like either of your neighbours?
Oh. Well, Bennett's are okay, I suppose. At least they don't have a dog. But now...
But what?
This kid's moved in.
And?
I don't like my daughter playing with her.
Dad, Haley's all right.
Brianna, you just don't see her, but she's a troublemaker.
She's 12 years old.
Oh, so she's known to you already, I see. I'm not surprised. They say she killed her brother.
She did not kill her brother. But be careful saying things like that.
So how'd it go with Mr. Mackey?
I said go to the council.
That was a novel idea.
Joe, can we do something about getting some instant coffee?
Oh, yeah, I'll grab some later.
Sergeant, the inspector's wondering how you might be going with your rosters.
I just want the weekend off.
Ah, Miss Roberts.
Mr. Mackey has been threatening Teddy again. He told me over the fence he's been in to see you people and that Teddy would be, quote, history, unquote.
That doesn't sound right to me.
You didn't need to bring him down, Miss
No,
Roberts.
I wanted you to see for yourself. Look, he's quite harmless.
He looks like a real tiger to me.
Mackey hates him, and this is not the first time that he's made threats.
What sort of threats?
Well, he pointed a pistol at him.
You saw him do that?
Well, no, not personally, but I overheard some children say they saw him.
That's a very serious allegation.
Well, of course, I'm only repeating what I've heard.
Well, if I were Teddy, I'd rip his head off.
Oh, I think he likes you.
Oh, quite an affinity you've got with animals there, Constable.
Oh, you know, it's a smell thing.
Yeah, no kidding.
Miss Roberts, let me assure you we're not after your dog.
Look, I've done everything I can to appease Mackie. I'm even going to try... Hold the dog. One of these, it puts a small electrical charge into the dog when he barks.
That isn't a bit
Extreme, yes, it probably is. Better than having Mackie shoot him.
Yes, well, look, this is all...
And I know you've got work to do. I just wanted you to see I'm taking all reasonable steps.
Right, thanks for that.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Miss Roberts, everything all right?
I certainly hope so, Senior Sergeant Croydon.
Hello, young Theodore. How are you?
Oh, he's wonderful. Very chipper. Oh, I saw you walking Digger Dog up round the Anglican cemetery last
Oh,
week.
yes, old Dig's in fine fettle. So, this visit, is there a problem? Dorothy Roberts is a highly respected member of this community.
I know, boss.
She taught at Mount Thomas Primary School for 40 years or more before she retired. I don't want anything upsetting her.
No one was upsetting it.
Or was anybody listening to her?
Everyone was listening to it.
Alan Mackey is a compulsive whinger. Look, that little dog is all she's got left in the world.
Understood.
It doesn't take much. A little time.
Right. Gotcha.
Boss, do you know Richie and Fran Bennett?
Can't say the name rings any bells.
Well, they're next door to Miss Roberts.
Oh.
Fran is Tina Fulton's sister. Haley and Darian are now living there.
Is that right?
There's something odd about them.
Then you base this on what?
Well, there was obviously some kind of altercation there this morning, and they covered it up.
Well, that would qualify them as average citizens in my book.
I'm concerned for Haley.
Why? Being away from her mother's influence is probably the best thing that ever happened to her.
Yeah, well, Dorothy Roberts has sure got you bluffed.
Oh, don't you start it. So, did you hear anything back on that reported gunshots in the state forest?
Oh, probably rabbit shooters. Hey, don't change the subject.
No, Miss Roberts was a terror to Haley, I remember.
Well, still is by the sound of it.
She's a lovely woman, highly respected in this community.
You have to say that, Tom, otherwise she'll give you homework.
Tess, I checked out the Bennetts.
Oh, yeah, no, you didn't need to. It's all right, the boss convinced me I was overreacting.
Okay.
What'd you find out?
Clean. He's a fitter and turner who's been struggling for a few years, but always managed to pay their bills.
Thanks. I might head off, guys. Just get the drinks for tonight.
What? Not even one?
Oh, I'm a bit tired.
Oh, calm. We'll get in shorties later or something.
Shorties. Don't tempt me. Have fun. See ya.
Girl needs to get a life.
Hurry, sundown, chase away the day. Leave no time for thoughts to go astray. Masking everything I thought I knew.
No, that's fine.
Is in by the pool?
You sure these kids are yours? These girls could be models.
No, they can never be models. They eat far too normally, thank God.
Thanks, sir. Sarge, just letting you know that I'm due in court next Friday. Johnson matter's being contested.
That's not going to affect the roster, though, is it?
Tess, more shooting in the state forest? Yeah, thanks for that. Like PJ said, probably just rabbit shooters.
It's pretty irresponsible this close to the school.
$22? Hey. Oi! Get a decent look at them, did you?
Look at this.
Here, good. Oh, I don't believe this. That mutt's usually barking its head off.
Do you recognise this?
Yeah, it normally hangs in my study. They're not.
Bullet holes, yeah. You got any enemies, Mr. Mackey?
No. Well, you know, I've made the odd complaint.
Or two.
How long's it been missing?
I didn't know it was. I had to see some clients in town, so I just was in and out of the study.
Was it in your office last night?
Yes, well, as far as I know, I think it was. Yeah.
No signs of a break-in this morning?
No,
Who has access to your house?
only me. I'm Browner, of course.
You don't have a cleaning lady or anyone like that?
Look, let's just stop this guessing game. I know who did it. That little monster, Hayley Fulton.
$22, all right?
They were in the tree.
Are you shells?
Couldn't find any.
So they were smart enough to collect them, even though you caught them in the act.
What are you thinking?
Let's see what forensic have to say.
So what do you make of this?
Obviously trying to intimidate Mr. Mackey.
A sign of things to come if he doesn't pull his head in?
Oh, come on. Didn't you say the shooters looked like they were only kids?
Well, they disappeared so fast. Anyway, we're getting the principal's permission to do a full search of all the lockers.
Every kid in the neighbourhood would have access to a weapon, including Hayley Fulton.
You're beginning to sound like Alan Mackey.
But not every kid in the neighbourhood was thrown out by it.
Mackey came home last night, found his daughter mucking around with Hayley, and he sent her home. Told her not to come back.
But Hayley had some choice words to say to him.
Good for her.
We still need to talk to her.
Do we have to do this? Hayley should be at school.
It won't take long.
Well, she's been a little angel since she's been with me.
Hayley, all we need you to do is tell us the truth.
Always do.
Okay, good. So, where were you last night?
Home.
What are you doing?
Watch telly, then homework.
Didn't go out?
No.
That's right. I'm vouching for her, that's all.
Can you vouch for her whereabouts all night?
Well, not after I went to bed.
Okay, thanks.
Hayley, Mr. Mackey says that you were rude to him yesterday afternoon and he had to send you home. Is that true?
I wasn't rude to him.
You sure about that?
Well, not until after he was rude to me. He doesn't like me.
You didn't try to pay him back?
No.
Hayley, where were you at 9:30 this morning?
School?
In the classroom?
No.
Why not?
It was sports period and I forgot my gear.
So where were you?
In the library. That's where they make you go if you mess up.
Did you deliberately mess up? You like reading, don't you?
Yeah.
That's it for now. Tess, why don't you take Hayley back to school? Save Mrs. Bennett the trouble.
You haven't really had a chance to chat yet. Do you write to your mum?
Yeah. Sometimes she writes back. Not much, though.
You know, if you ever want to drop in and see me, you know where I live, don't you?
Police station?
Yeah. Is there anything you want to tell me, Hayley?
What about?
Yesterday, last night, this morning.
A friend in which she had a fight, but nothing like Mum and her boyfriend's sister.
What's it about?
I don't know. Just stuff.
But you're happy there?
I'm really happy with Fran and Richie. Me and Darian, we're really good now, honest.
I believe it.
Tess, fix that roster yet? Boss wants to see you.
All right. Thanks. Boss? What?
He's dead, Sergeant, because of this damn thing.
Miss Roberts, we don't know for sure it was the electric collar that
Oh, what else could it be? The dog never had a day's sickness in his life.
I'm afraid I'm not qualified.
If it isn't safe, then they shouldn't sell it.
Perhaps you should talk to a vet.
I mean, isn't there some way we can get this thing tested?
I really don't.
Because I want to sue the manufacturer.
Miss Roberts, I'm afraid that is not going to bring Teddy back.
Well, what else can I do?
I'm really sorry. He was 1 in a million. I know how much you're going to miss him.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not used to feeling so helpless.
If there's anything we can do, would you like us to, dispose of...
Perhaps we can help. Perhaps we can
Oh,
dig
no,
a grave.
no, I've done that. Ted has been laid to rest.
So there's nothing...
Look, I will need something official in case I do decide to take legal action. Well, thank you for everything.
I'm sorry we couldn't be more help. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
That doesn't make sense, boss. Those things have been thoroughly tested before they're put on the market.
Yes, well, Teddy was 9 or 10. Perhaps he had a heart condition.
Yeah, but wouldn't the vet have known that before he gave it to her?
Yes, probably.
Maybe it was something else.
Well, like a bait.
Or Mackie carried out his threats.
You think he killed the dog?
His portrait turns up full of bullet holes, and kids say they saw him with a pistol.
Why would he use his own portrait for target practice?
So, is this what you're looking for? Okay, I confess. Every now and then I'd squirt the damn dog as I went power walking past the house. Only thing that'd go me every time.
You'd squirt the dog?
Childish, I admit. But I'd never shoot it with bullets. I don't even own a real gun.
You do complain about the dog?
Yes, through the proper channels, as you well know. Now, why then when I shoot it? It doesn't make any sense.
Perhaps you run out of patience.
Oh, Sergeant, I'd done that months ago. I'd never do anything sicko as shoot a dog.
You didn't hear anything suspicious?
No. Look, I wear headphones when I work. You know, the dog, you know, the barking.
Yes, well, that's one problem that's been solved.
Not by me.
Well, we'll be on our way. Thanks for your time.
Yeah, hang on. Aren't you supposed to be tracking down the nutter who riddled my portrait with bullet holes? I mean, are you too busy you're worrying about Teddy the Wonder Dog?
Our investigation into that matter is continuing.
Well, who's your #1 suspect?
I'm afraid that's confidential. Sergeant?
What do you reckon, boss?
Well, if Alan Mackey's to be believed, it means that our prime suspect is still Hayley Fulton.
I checked out all the lockers at the high school. No sign of a weapon.
It's hard to believe a student at Mount Thomas would bring a gun to school.
You read the papers lately? But another Columbine incident.
Yeah, let's not jump to conclusions. It was probably just a prank.
Look, riddling Alan Mackey's photo with bullets, I don't know. It's probably more than a prank. Hey, just had a report of you seen running from the state forest.
When?
At the same time you're looking for those shooters, wearing Mount Thomas High uniforms, apparently.
God, in my day, when we wagged, we just chucked the boards in the back of the car and went for a surf.
Yeah. Things have changed. All right, go on to the headmaster. We need a list of absentees.
We need to go through this list and establish which kids were genuinely away from school sick and which ones were wagging.
What, you got something?
Brianna Mackey's here.
Alan Mackey's daughter.
What? Well, you think she's still her old man's photo and full of holes?
Well, it's one way of expressing her feelings.
There's no sign of a break-in at the home.
Well, school's out soon. Talk to her.
Well, I have to say, I'm a bit annoyed by this.
How so, Mr. Mackey?
Well, I was enjoying a nice quiet day working at home. Now that mongrel isn't barking non-stop.
But you do want us to find out who shot up your photo.
Yes.
Right. Brianna, where were you today?
School, of course.
Well, not according to your teachers.
Is that true?
Yes.
Well, where were you?
Mr. Mackey, please. So, what'd you do all day?
You caught a bus to St. David's?
Ah, which bus?
The bus that goes to St. David's, okay?
Brianna?
Then?
Just cruised around, went to a movie on my own.
Which movie?
That thing with Leonardo DiCaprio in it.
Were you in the state forest at all today?
No.
You sure about that?
Of course I am.
So where were you between, say, 10 last night and 6 this morning?
In bed asleep, of course. Where else?
I mean, you didn't slip out and see any pals?
Of course she was in bed. I know that much about my daughter.
Did you actually see her? Between 10 and 6 this morning?
Well, no, but...
No. So, Brianna, I think you should consider your answers just a little more carefully.
Why?
Where's this attitude coming from? Is this Hayley's influence? Is she putting you up to this?
No, Dad.
What happened to your hand?
It's just a scratch. No big deal.
Look, if this is about finding who disfigured my photo, I keep telling you, Hayley's the one.
No, Mr. Mackey, this is about shots being fired in the state forest. It's about firearm offences as possible theft and burglary.
What, you mean you think my daughter has a gun?
Do you, Brianna? Or do you know anyone that has a gun?
No way. Not my thing. You sure about that?
Look, I'm sorry, but this is becoming a farce. She's answered your question, so it's the end of our cooperation.
We're
Brianna.
just trying to establish the facts, Mr. Mackey.
It sounds like badgering to me. Next, you'll be suggesting she killed that bloody dog. Well enough.
This is beyond circumstantial. It's barely hypothetical.
Boss, don't you think it's a bit strange that Miss Roberts' dog dies the same day that we bust a holiday kids shooting away at Mackey's picture?
Only if the dog was shot, and we don't know that.
It makes more sense than blaming an electronic collar.
What we do know is that Mackie doesn't have a gun.
Brianna could have got it elsewhere.
Oh, she was pretty evasive, and she's got that injury to her hand.
I reckon she got that jumping over that barbed wire fence in the forest.
Yeah, we've got to check it out.
Are you suggesting...
Exhume Teddy.
Bloody hell.
Look, it just appears that Brianna Mackey's involved.
She does live opposite Miss Roberts.
Can you prove that she was in the forest?
Well, a witness said he saw girls leaving the scene.
And we got Brianna saying that she wanted the dog to shut up.
Probably every one of the neighbours would have said that.
Miss Roberts would want us to find out what happened to Teddy.
True.
She's probably still blaming herself, thinking it's because she made him wear that collar. Racked with guilt. You planted a rose bush on his grave.
Kind of living memorial. It'll be here long after I've gone.
That's a very nice thought, Miss Roberts.
Knew you'd understand, Constable.
Well, I'm sorry, but we...
All right, Senior Sergeant. Go ahead.
Why don't you take Miss Roberts inside?
I don't blame you for not wanting this.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
I assure you, our people will treat Teddy with the utmost respect.
He was my best friend, Sergeant.
Yes, I know.
He was my only friend.
Surely that can't be true.
Oh, my other friends are children. They grow up, they get on with their lives. I'm soon forgotten. Oh, I get the occasional Christmas card, but none of my old students is what you might call close. Not like my darling little Teddy. Teddy was always with me. Now he's gone, I feel quite empty. I feel as if I've wasted my life.
But you had a wonderful career. You taught so many people.
My advice, don't you waste your life on a career. Now, I think people might look at me and they think I'm self-contained. I don't need anybody, and that's not true. I'm just a lonely old woman. And if I had my time over again, I wouldn't spin a cocoon around myself.
I need a little bit more light, boss.
What is it?
Looks like a small entry wound behind the ear.
What, a gunshot wound?
Oh, in this light, I couldn't be sure, but that'd be my guess.
Something in your face I can't ignore. Brings me back to where I was before. Nothing much is left for me to do.
Morning.
Yeah.
Is that your ballistics report?
Yeah. Tests on the bullet taken for the dead animal Teddy might match the bullets found in the state forest.
Might. Do they know whether it comes from the same weapon or not?
Can't be sure. Why not? Well, there are no rifling marks on either of the bullets. I think it was fired from a homemade weapon.
Where does that leave us?
Pretty close to nowhere.
Well,
I think it's official. He's lost the plot this time.
yeah. What is it?
Circular for St. David's.
Look, I've got better things to do besides being dragged down here. I've got a business to run, clients, a daughter who should be getting an education.
Morning, Brianna. Thanks for coming in so early.
Morning. I hope this doesn't make me late for school.
Just a few more questions. What can you tell us about the shooting of Miss Roberts' dog?
Nothing.
Look, when I mentioned that yesterday, I was only joking.
That dog was, in fact, shot, sir, and the bullet that killed him was a match to the ones we found in the state forest.
But that's crazy.
How do you mean crazy, Brianna?
Well, it just doesn't make sense, does it?
Your hand isn't bandaged today. Is it feeling better?
Oh, it's okay. Do you mind if I have a look?
That looks more like a burn than a cut.
So? I got it wrong.
A burn. How'd you get that?
Don't worry about it, Dad.
Well, I am worried because it seems you haven't been entirely truthful with me.
Look, I should be getting to school.
Hang about, Brianna. Let's have a look inside your bag.
Hand it over.
This is what I think Brianna burned her hand on, Mr. Mackey.
A pen?
No, it's a pen gun that fires .22 caliber bullets.
Where the hell did you get that?
Haley. Haley Fulton gave it to me.
Haley, did Brianna Mackey receive 2 pen guns from you?
What are pen guns? No, no way.
Well, Brianna says she did.
Yeah?
Is she lying then?
Dunno.
Well, someone is.
I didn't give them to her.
Brianna says that you sold one of the guns to a boy from school.
Did she?
Haley, just tell us what you know. Look, Sergeant, Haley can't help you, and she should really be at school. This won't take long. Do you really think Brianna deserves your support?
I'm telling you the truth.
Boss, I don't think she's involved.
You mean you hope she's not involved?
She's probably just trying to protect Brianna. Haley doesn't have many friends.
She could also be in it right up to her neck.
What, dealing in pen guns? She's 12 years old.
Oh, what have you got?
Cell search in St. David's prison has turned up 3 more pen guns.
So what's the connection?
Actually, I think I might know.
Feel free to look around.
Ah! Metal working lathe.
I'm an engineer, right?
Yeah? What sort of stuff do you engineer?
Just bits and pieces. Not exactly a home industry. More a hobby.
But you'd know how to make pen guns, though, wouldn't you?
What are pen guns?
Well, it's a gun that looks like a pen gun. Very easy to conceal.
Yeah. No, I can't say I've ever run across one.
Mr. Bennett, you're a regular visitor at St David's prison, aren't you?
Yeah, I do a bit of volunteer work. Try to teach poor buggers a trade for when they get out.
This place is really clean.
Clean workshop's an efficient workshop. My motto.
Is that what you teach them, is it?
PJ.
I see. What? I think what Sergeant Gallagher's trying to tell me is that if you are making pen guns, and I'm not suggesting that you are, you'd need a place to test fire them, a place that was yielding, a bucket of sand, underneath the noise of a lathe.
Hey, you can't do that.
It's too late.
What's going on? Where are you taking Richie?
He's just helping us with our inquiries, Mrs. Bennett.
I told you, didn't I? You never bloody listen.
Struggling to make ends meet. He's only working 3 days a week.
Someone at the prison suggested the idea of pen guns, and he got $500 a pop for them inside.
What you might call a captive market. All right, the question remaining is, who shot Teddy?
Hayley and me were just messing around in the shed. That's when we found them.
And that's when Hayley sold you the guns.
Dad.
Is that true, Brianna?
No. When Hayley wasn't looking, I grabbed 2 of them.
Then what?
We needed something to shoot at, like a target.
So you supplied your father's photo?
The others thought it was a great joke. He gets up everybody's nose.
So, what'll happen now?
Well, unfortunately, Brianna will still be charged.
Well, I won't be pursuing charges in relation to the picture.
No, that's fine, Mr. Mackey, but there is still firearms charges to be answered.
Do you really hate me that much? I'm sorry, I don't,
I'm sorry, Dad.
Okay, Brianna, are you satisfied with your treatment by the police here today? Just sign that.
Sarge, Mrs. Bennett and Hayley would like to speak with you.
Come through.
When I heard about the pen guns, I wanted to say something, but...
Yeah, I understand.
Brianna's my friend.
Friends are important.
And it was my fault. The argument that day came around. Uncle Richie found 2 were missing and he lost it.
Do you agree that's what happened?
Yes.
Is this going to help Uncle Richie? Will he still have to go to jail?
Unfortunately, it's more complicated than that. Your uncle made pen guns and he sold them, and they're a dangerous, illegal weapon.
So he'll have to go to jail. And me and Darren will have to go into foster care.
Well, that's not what's going to happen, is it?
Afraid so. It was tough enough with Richie only working 3 days a week. That's why he was tempted to. I never wanted to have anything to do with those guns. I told him it was risky. I mean, not just getting caught, but what if there was an accident? One of the kids got hurt, or Or worse. I never forgive myself. I love having Hayley and Darian, but I can't. I'd do it if I could.
Surely there must be some
I've
way
arranged
you
for
can-
emergency foster care.
Now?
I'm sorry, Hayley. I've let you down. I'm not gonna make it. Sorry, I'd like to leave now.
We believe that the kids had been playing with the pen gun and put it back in the shed still loaded. Richie Bennett picked it up, didn't know, and the gun discharged.
And Teddy was just through the hedge.
Yeah, there was 1,000,000 to 1 chance. I mean, the range of those guns is very, very limited. I mean, from his shed into your yard would be the extent of it, I think.
Just makes you wonder, doesn't it?
He's been charged with offences under the Firearms Act.
Is that all? Couldn't he be charged with cruelty or something?
Not under the circumstances. There was no intent. He didn't intend to hurt or kill Teddy. It was simply an accident.
Accident?
Oh, hi.
Oh.
Miss Roberts, just wondering how you're feeling?
Oh, managing.
Good. Look, this might seem a bit presumptuous, but I was wondering if you were interested in failed seeing eye dog. She needs a good home.
Looks like a bit of a handful. No.
No?
No, I'm sorry. I couldn't bear to get close to another living thing.
Well, we'll catch up with you
Yes.
soon.
Goodbye. Thank you very much.
Bye.
It was a nice thought.
There you go. You're the only failure around here.
Oh, Hayley. I couldn't stay at the place they put me.
Why?
They split us up. Darren and me have never been split up, and I don't know where he is.
Hey, it's all right.
Hey, come on, Hayley. I had to tell them where you were. At least letting you stay till after dinner.
DHS isn't very bright. They're easy to get away from, so thick.
Lara Croft to be very proud of you. Feel better since you spoke to Darian?
Did I tell you how I got a free taxi ride over here?
No, and I don't want to know. I'm a member of the police force, you know.
Is that why you wear that funny uniform?
Hey, no, leave them. That's all right.
It's okay, I always do the dishes.
No, not here. Not now. They can wait.
I don't mind.
I don't know what it's like trying to be good. Hoping you'll be liked, hoping if you do everything just a certain way, you know, nothing bad will happen. Just be a kid while you can. Very soon, life gets pretty rugged.
Thanks, Sergeant.
Forget the sergeant business if we're going to be mates. You can call me Tess.
Okay, Tess.
Let's just hang out till human services come. Should be in about an hour.
Gotcha. Why can't I stay here with you? Boss.
Oh.
Hi, I need some advice.
Well, I'm always chock full of advice. Would you like some cheese or a strawberry? Yeah, usually, of course, nobody listens.
Yeah, then again, maybe this isn't the place.
This is about Hayley, all right? Human Services got in touch with me before. They were worried that you might have abducted her.
What did you tell them?
I told them the truth. That I wasn't sure.
Yeah, they came to pick her up about 10 minutes ago. She's a great kid.
And And you're thinking of fostering her?
I really need to work on that poker face thing. Do you think I'm crazy?
Absolutely. No.
Look, I've thought about this. I've thought about the financial aspects and the emotional and the practical aspects. But
So, why do you need my advice?
it's a big decision to make on your own.
Maybe you don't want to be on your own anymore.
Yeah, or something like that. I don't know. What do you reckon?
Tess, you'll have my support whatever you decide.
Thanks, boss.
What's what happened to that puppy?
Yeah, she's spending the night in the cells.
Cool.
No, it's only for the night. She'll have to go back to the pound tomorrow.
Leave it for a couple of days. I'm sure Miss Roberts will come round.
Lucy! Hey, Tess. You made it. You want to join us?
No, just a flying visit.
Oh, it's got some cleaning that has to be done, huh?
Yeah, something like that. Hang on. See you all tomorrow.
See ya.
Rust and fix.
Oh, you little ripper. What about you, Joe? You going to make a night of it?
Oh, I've got myself a date, actually.
All right, whose shout is it?
His. That's yours.
Leave no time for thoughts to go astray. Masking everything I thought I knew.